All right. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to InfoSight's webinar, Mastering AI Tools, Accelerate Your Business and Career. So I hope everyone is doing fantastic today. So I am Kosila, your host, and today we will be diving into the exciting world of generative AI tools and how it can supercharge your career and your business. So before we start, I hope everyone is ready. I hope everyone is comfortable with your coffee, tea, or energy juice by your side because I'll be needing you to focus and pay attention to our webinar for the next 50 minutes or so. Okay, so moving on is the objective of our webinar today. So this webinar is to introduce to you all how AI tools it can help you with your business and your career, your day-to-day workload. Because it's regardless if you're at a beginner level, whether if you're at an intermediate level or at a professional level. Okay, everyone is welcome today. And the key takeaways that I would like to highlight is the role of AI in our day-to-day life, how it's a versatile and a powerful AI tool, and how it can ease your workload by enhancing your productivity. You can streamline your workflows, you can automate repetitive tasks, and you can even have like the AI tool to help to support your decisions and come up with data analytics. Okay, so now I will introduce you all the star of today's webinar. Okay, she is not just a tech educator, she is a certified powerhouse in the world of cloud computing and AI. And she is not other than Miss Gabby. Okay, so Miss Gabby is an AWS authorized instructor and she's a proudly recognized AAI champion. Okay, so a round of applause there. Hi, good morning, Miss Gabby. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thanks, Gosila. Hi, everyone.
Okay, so we have a few people reacting with emojis, so they're with us. Okay, all right. How are you doing today, Gabby? Are you excited for this webinar?
Yes, very. I'm very excited
Okay,
to
that's
share.
great. That's great. Okay, so I will do a short ice-breaking session, and then we will move on with your presentation. Okay. All
Sure.
right. Okay. So now that we know our host and our guest speaker for today, so I'd just like to get to know the rest of you a bit. Okay. So I'll be asking three questions. So as I'm asking each one of these questions, you can reply your answer in the chat box. Yeah. So the first question is, it'll be displayed in the screen. Okay. The first one is, how did you guys find out about our webinar? Please do let us know in the chat box. I would love to hear from you guys. Oh, we have from LinkedIn. Okay, two of you have heard us from LinkedIn. LinkedIn also. Okay, another LinkedIn. Okay. Finally, we have a Facebook answer. Okay, LinkedIn again. LinkedIn. Okay, I guess a majority of you found us from LinkedIn. Okay, there's someone from WhatsApp. Okay, all right. Okay, then I will move on to the second question now. What motivated you guys to join this webinar? I'm pretty sure some of you may have been curious about maybe you have you guys responded, you saw us on LinkedIn, maybe you were interested and curious to know more about AI tools, generative AI tools, and how it can maybe help with your current workflow process. Okay, Zakwan wanted a new thing to learn. All right. Well, I hope you do leave this webinar with lots of new information, okay? To know more about AI tools. Okay, I see. Well, I can see that everyone is here to just find out what they can do more, like how to use AI tools more efficiently. Okay, all right. So then this leads me to my next question. What AI tools are you all using or planning on using? Maybe it could be in your personal life or it could be in your current job. Because we all know the common ones are ChatGPT and Copilot. So, oh, then we have ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Copilot, Suno AI, Napkin. Oh wow, that's a lot actually. Grok AI, course, of X. Okay, so we can see there is a variety of generative AI tools that is being used by everyone. Okay, so thank you everyone for your response. Oh, there's also Gemini AI tool as well. Okay, interesting response. Thank you everyone. So uh, without further ado, I would like to hear from the AI pro herself, Miss Gabby. The mic is all yours.
Thank you, Cosilla. Thank you, and thank you everyone for your participations in the Q&A. Yeah. All right. So maybe now let me just share my slides over here. All right. So can everyone see my slide here? Is it visible?
Yeah, can see Gabby.
All right. Thanks, Cosilla. All right, so everyone now, let's get started. Yeah. So because we are just having like just a 1 hour sessions over here, so we might not be able to go very details into like how to use the tools, but the key points that I want to bring out here is like to introduce you, what are the tools available that can help you with your daily jobs and things like that. Yeah. So, but before we go into the AI tools, so maybe how about we try to understand first what AI is, right? Because every time we talk about AI, artificial intelligence, but when people ask about the definition of AI, so it's actually just a program that try to simulate human intelligence, right? It's just a program. It's someone write the programs and try to make it be able to do something like the human, right? But what are the human intelligence that we are referring here? This is something I found it interesting to know as well, because we want to simulate human intelligence into a machine. So according to one of the famous American scientists, he mentioned that human intelligence can actually be categorized into like 7 categories. Like you can see here, we have like visual intelligence, linguistic intelligence, mathematical, bodily, musical, interpersonal, and intrapersonal. I'm not sure whether you heard about this before or not. Yeah, but these are all the intelligence in ourselves, in everyone. It's just the matter of whether you have a higher visual intelligence or you have a higher, let's say, musical intelligence. So people with the very high musical intelligence, you see now are like those singer or songwriter. They're very good in composing music. While if you talk about linguistic intelligence, people who has higher linguistic intelligence, right? They are like lawyer, the lawyer or debater or someone who will be doing the speaking a lot like us trainer. So because we know how to use the right language to convey the message, right, to talk something, to communicate. So all of these are in us. It's just a matter of high or low only. Yeah, so that's why when we talk about creating an AI, right, we are trying to simulate this intelligence into the program, into the machine. Yeah, so for example, like one of the most commonly used AI tool nowadays, like ChatGPT. Yeah, you can basically ask question, from ChatGPT. You ask it the questions, it give you the answer, just like a human. So ChatGPT is a kind of AI that people are trying to simulate the linguistic intelligence into it. So that's why you can communicate with it just like a human, right? And then I bet that you have used some of the generative tools in the internet, like generating you the image, generating you the song. So see now those are like the AI that has been simulated with the, let's say, musical intelligence. So that's why they can generate you the song, they can generate you the music, and then there'll be some AI creating you the image, right, the picture. Those are the one that simulated with visual intelligence. Okay, so that's why these are the idea of AI. What we are doing now here is just create a program that can work like a human, yeah, by simulating it with the human intelligence. All right. So now after we understand the idea of AI, so these are the 4 elements of AI. today, if you want to use AI, definitely we're going to need these four things over here, right? So first, you're going to have a scenario. Okay? Scenario basically refer to, the goal. Why are you using this AI? Or if let's say you want to create an AI, right? What is the purpose of creating this AI? So there must be a scenario, there must be a objective there, right? Or maybe if you are using ChatGPT, what's your scenario? I mean, what's your objective of using it? Maybe you want to use it for, report writing. You want to use it for creating, a draft or something, right? So that's your scenario. Okay. And then if let's say we're going to create AIs or maybe use AI, right? Definitely data is important, right? You're going to have a data to train the AI so that AI knows something, right? And then to power up the AI, definitely there's going to be the computer powers, right? To power up it, to run a program so that we can get the result be computed. And finally, there must be an algorithm there as well. Yeah, algorithm is the one that process the data in a way that can get you the right answer, right? So these are the elements that's very important. All right. So now if you look at the applications of AI, definitely we know that, AI can be applied in business, right? And also AI can now basically be applied everywhere, right? Just a fun fact before we go into the AI tools that help with your business, right? I'm not sure whether you heard about this news before or not. Some labs in Japan, right? They even come up with the AI to interpret the dreams. The dreams, they can record the dreams and they can try to interpret the dreams as well, right? Based on the signal that we can capture from your brain during the sleeping time. Yeah. And then we have AI that can decode the plant language as well. Yeah, because they believe that if we can decode the plant language, so maybe in the future we can engineer the plants so that they can produce a certain signals that can make them more resistant to the pest. Yeah, you see now AI can even do this as well, right? To understand the plant language, not to say the animal language as well. So we can do a lot of stuff now with the AI. All right. And then there are also a lot of other scenario, like we can use AI to detect the animal emotions, volcano eruption predictions, protein folding, da da da. So these are some really interesting applications of AI. Yeah. All right. So now when we talk about the application scenarios of AI in our business and careers, right? You will see that these are the four aspects that AI can actually help with. Yeah. So for us, when we are working, we must make sure that we can work in a very high productivity. Right, we're going to finish all the thing in the shortest time possible. So later on, I'll introduce you some of the tools that can help you with the productivity. Yeah, get the things finished faster, right? Get your work finished in a shortest time possible, right? And if let's say you are the business holder, you're the business owner, right? Or you're the one who will be, doing a lot of decisions throughout the days. So there'll be also some AI tools that can help you better make the decision. Okay, because sometimes it can be hard for us to make decision because we don't know, the information that's in our brain is not enough yet, right? Maybe we don't have enough information to make a very firm decision. So that's why nowadays using AI tools, we can collect a lot more information in the shortest time possible, and we can even ask the AI to help us do the reasoning as well. Tell them, to suggest us something. Tell them to show us some differences in between the two options or three options, so that by asking it to show us the differences, it can help us to make decision even better, isn't it? All right. And then, so of course, aside from the decision support, we can help. We can use AI for the automations. Right? Automatically write the emails, automatically, generate response to the customer, automatically do some repetitive work for you, right? Data entry and things like that. So there's a lot of things we can do, in automation with AI. Yeah, I'll show you some example later as well. And lastly, data analysis. Yeah, because nowadays, of course, we want to make all of our, decisions or whatever we want to do to be data driven. It's important. It must be based on the fact. Yeah, so that's why some of the tools I'm sure that you heard about Power BI before. Yeah, so Power BI is a visualization tools for the data, and there's a lot of AI features in it as well. They can help us to do some forecasting, so that we can not just analyze the data but gain some insights about the future as well. Yeah, so these are the aspect of of the scenarios where AI can actually help. Yeah. So maybe now we can go into each of them one by one, and let me just introduce you a little bit of the tools. All right. So first, if you talk about productivity, right? Like I mentioned, it's about achieving the goal in the shortest time possible. Yeah. So what are the tools that you can use actually? Like for example, I mean, here are some example use cases. If we try to summarize reports, yeah, of course, we know that ChatGPT can definitely help us. But have you heard about Notebook LM before? Cosilla? No. No, yeah. Yeah. How about the rest? Have you heard about this before? Notebook LM. Hmm. I actually find it very, very easy and interesting to use as well. Or maybe let me just show you a little bit on this, yeah. You can just go ahead to the browser and just type there, this Notebook LM. Just type there, Notebook LM, and then you'll be brought to, a website, the Notebook LM site like this, where you can actually just simply upload your files over here. So for example, I can just upload something from my laptop. Let's say the company profile. Let's say it. You can imagine it's like a very it's a multi-pages report, or something that you have to read through. So now I don't have to go through it page by page, but what I can do, I can just upload it here in a Notebook LM, and then I can just get some, some summary about it already, right? I can get summary about it. I can even ask the Notebook LM to generate me the mind map. So yeah, just wait sometimes, and in a short while, you're gonna generate us the mind map summarizing the key point in this document. Yeah, so you see now, we're just gonna open up the mind map, and you can see that now just the company profile over here. Usually you have to read through, but now it's summarizing you. This one, mind map. All right, so maybe I'm now interested in knowing the CEO of InfoSight. So what I can do, I can just click on it, right? And you can even expand from there as well. Some words from the CEO, right? Or if you want to know about like maybe some, you can even see that there'll be some summary here as well, right? Rather than you have to go through the pages. And then aside from that, okay, if I want to know what are the, who are the trainers in InfoSight, we can even expand from here as well. So you see now in our company, we have Mr. Yap, Nick, Tony, Daniel, Roy, right? These are the trainers. And if you want to know the contact information, right? So here you expand, then you see the details as well, right? And then my map here is not just one level, but it can have like, multi-level as well. So if I want to know more about, let's say, Jieling, right? I want to know more about Ku Jieling. Okay, I can just expand from here, right? Or if I want to know more about, let's say, Praveen, right? I can just expand, and you also get to see some, details about Praveen as well, right? As you can see that Praveen is an AAI, right? AWS authorized instructor, and etc. Right? So you can check out the mind map, right? And you can also get some notes from here. You can add the notes here. So it basically help you understand the document a lot more faster. They'll even do citation over here as well. So if you want to get to the detail, you can click on the link, right? And then they will show you from where in this document we got you this information. Yeah, so this is a very, very good tools that help you study and help you understand the document very fast. Yeah. So without you having to do the things by yourself, you can even download the mind map if you want. Download it, and if you're going to present it to someone, you can just use this mind map to do the presentation. Easy, right? Rather than you have to do the mind map by yourself. So this is basically the Notebook LM that will help you get the key points from the reports or files. Yeah. And then, of course, we have some other tools as well, like Zapier. Later, I'll show you some use cases of Zapier as well, but it will help you to automate the repetitive tasks, right? Copilot, definitely, right? It generates your slides as well. But a very important point here is that now we know that Copilot and ChatGPT, right? They are very commonly used in the market nowadays, right? But the thing is that you have to know what is the right prompt to use. Yeah, you have to know. But because if you just simply just ask a question like get me 10 points about something something something, usually sometimes you will see that the response is kind of general. Yeah, it's general though when you use Copilot or GPT. Yeah, so there's a technique we need to learn so that we can get a more precise answer from the Copilot or GPT. There's a technique. Yeah, so that's why with right technique, we can easily get a very relevant information that you actually want to know. Yeah. So, but these are the example of tools that help you with the productivity. Yeah. And then if we talk about yeah, so this is the notebook LM that just show you, right? And I'm not sure whether you heard about Google AI Studio or not. Now, this is another one that I find it very useful as well. So maybe let me just show you over here. You can simply go to the Google AI Studio. Okay, just type there Google AI Studio, and it should be the first to come up. Yeah, so Google AI Studio. So you can just sign in, right? Just sign into your Google account, and then so they'll be actually using Gemini to support this conversation. So you can choose the AI model from the right-hand side over here, all right? But of course, some of them is free to use, some of them you need to pay a little bit. But to get started, you can always go with the free version first, yeah? And then once you have selected the AI models on the right-hand side, right, you know what you can do? You can actually do you can do prompting here. You can ask questions just like how you usually do with the co-pilots or the chat GPT. You can ask question, generate me something something something, give me some idea about something something something, right? You can just prompt over here and then click enter, and then just get you the result there, right? And what interesting about the Google AI Studio is that you can actually go to the stream over here. Stream, you can talk to the Gemini in live, in real time. Yeah, you can just talk, right, rather than typing. You can open up the webcam, right? You can even share screen as well. So see here, when you share the screen, of course, you can choose which screen you want to share. So let's say if I'm choosing this one. So when I'm doing the share screen, you know what? The Gemini will look at my screen. Okay, Gemini will look at my screen, and then based on what I'm sharing on the screen, right, I can just directly ask it the question. Okay, I can say like, hey, based on my screen here, can you tell me the key points about this screen? Right? Or maybe can you summarize it? Can you elaborate more on this point here? So rather than I have to key in all the information, right? I can just do a share screen, and you can imagine that Gemini is like a human, will be looking at your screen, and then they will just give you the response. Okay? So basically you're finding a person like Gemini, you just treat Gemini as like a person. You're like, having a real-time discussion with someone, although it's not a real person, but you can actually just do a real-time communication with the Gemini, so that you can get some insight, you can get some summary, you can get some key point from it as well. Yeah, I apologize that I cannot show you the share screen because we are in the meeting right now, so we can't have like two screen be shared together. So but I hope you can try it by yourself. Yeah, you can try it in your free time. So try to share screen, and then just try to you can just click on this button here to start speaking. Okay? To start speaking, and then you can just get a real-time response from them as well, just like communicating with someone. Yeah. So this is the what we call this Google AI Studio that maybe help you to do brainstorming, right? Help you to summarize and have a real-time discussion. So this is very nice to use. You can try this. It's free. All right. So, and of course, like ChatGPT, right? So, just now we have talked about like Notebook LM, right? And also the Google AI Studio. Of course, we cannot forget about like, ChatGPT and Copilot and Gemini kind of the language model. Yeah. So instead of spending a lot of time brainstorming about idea on yourself, so now you can just simply efficiently so-called ask this AI to help you do some suggestion. Right. For example, if you look at my screen here, because this is something to do with the Power BI. Because sometime I'm doing some project with Power BI as well, and then in Power BI, sometime when we want to do some calculations or analysis, we're gonna write some DAX. That means we're gonna write some formula in the Power BI. But I'm not really, good at writing formula though. So instead of, scratching my head thinking about how do I write this formula in a Power BI, I can just prompt in the ChatGPT, for example, telling ChatGPT what I want. Okay, I'm trying to create something, 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 but certain error pop up. So I want to visit it, and I tell them what's my expectation at the end. So as a result, you see, they'll just give me the formula rather than I have to think about the formula by myself, though, right? So isn't it this speed up our productivity, right? So something that needs to be done in like 3 days, now I can finish it in just 1 hour. Yeah, so this is how we can utilize this to help us, right, with the productivity. Okay, all right. So I hope that will be helpful for you, right, to improve your productivity in everyday work. And now speaking about decision support, okay. So decision support, like I mentioned, so if you are the one who need to make a lot of decision throughout the days, right? There's some tools over here like Alpha Sense, right? Alpha Sense. It's a tool that can actually help you do some investment research as well, right? Or if let's say, but because the Alpha Sense it's a service that you have to actually pay. uh it depends on I mean, it depends on your needs, your requirement. If let's say we don't want to go with the paid version, I mean, to be honest, right, sometimes we just want to test things out, and then you can actually just go with the chat gpt with some finance data as well. Yeah, you can train, you can ask ChatGPT to do some research for you so that you can make a investment decision even better. Yeah. All right. And then I'm not sure whether you heard about SWOT before, no, SWOT. Okay. We can ask ChatGPT to help with the SWOT. Like for example, if you're gonna launch product, okay, you want to launch some product into the market, but you're not sure whether this product it's will liked by the public or not. Will it be good product for everyone or not? So before you actually launch a product, maybe you can ask the ChatGPT for some opinion, right? To run some scenario planning, to run some risk assessment as well. Yes, you can do so. It's just that you have to ask the right answer, right question. That's a key point, though, right? So speaking about SWOT, right? So SWOT is actually a short form for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Okay? You can ask ChatGPT to generate you or assist you with the SWOT analysis so that you can get some better information or better ideas or better decisions can be made. For example, how it works is like you can give ChatGPT the company names or the business idea, maybe some information about the industry that you are in, right? Or maybe your competitors' information, right? Give it some idea, right? Narrow down the scope though, right? Tell them more about the information, the background story, so that they will generate you the response more precise, right? Don't just ask it, hey, tell me about the SWOT of this product. No, give them more background story, right? Give them more story so that they know better how to answer your question. All right. So you can prompt something like, okay, after you give them all this information, right? Just generate a SWOT analysis for the company, the product, or industry based on the following information, da, 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 right? And then you will get some idea, right? Okay, so this is another example. So I run a mid-sized cyber security training firm based in Malaysia, targeting SMEs. So it's very important though to let the GPT know that you're in Malaysia, because market in Malaysia and the market in in some foreign countries is not the same though. So maybe the strategy that you have to play is going to be different. So that's why it's important to give them the background story. You're in Malaysia, you're in which industry, training industry, your SME, mid-size or big size, you're going to tell them. Okay, so that they will give you the analysis, for example, strength. So it's a niche expertise, because nowadays everyone is, having higher awareness already about the cyber, attack, right? Weakness, opportunity, threats. So this definitely, I was like, definitely, we're going to be very helpful, right, for your business decision though. Last time without ChatGPT, you have to find someone, maybe your the company's manager, the team, you're gonna find people and then discuss with them. All right. But now you can just discuss with the ChatGPT who knows a lot of stuff. All right. So it shortened the time before you can actually make a very good decision. Yep. So this is another example, right, that you can try as well, right? Everyone, I'll encourage you to try as well. And maybe after this, you can let me know what's your finding. Yeah. If you find it good, maybe you can write us an email and tell us that, it helped you a lot as well. So that's like ChatGPT. Of course, it works the same as well if you're using other LLM like the Copilot or Gemini or other language model as well. You can try the same idea here, all right? And then so in the market there's a tools called ANA plan as well. So this plan here, you can use your data to train a model here, right? You can use your company data to train a model, because you have to be careful when you're using chat gpt or the language model in the market nowadays, right? You have to be careful what data are you uploading. Yeah, because when you go to the free version of the chat gpt, whatever you upload, right, will eventually recycle in the backend. They're going to use your data to retrain their model, right? To retrain the model. So don't ever upload sensitive data into the ChatGPT. Don't. Yeah. So if you want to do some, analysis with the ChatGPT, based on your own data, so I'll suggest you will need to go with some service that allow you to train the model with your own data without sharing your data to the public. Okay. So there are some of the services out there that actually support this as well. So one of the example is like ANA plan over here. Or if you are keen into AWS, they have the Amazon Q as well. Just a Q, the alphabet Q. You can just find it out as well. So that kind of the service, they allow you to train your model with your own data, but you don't really have to go into programming though. So maybe at most you're just going to upload your data, right? And then in the backend, the models will be learning from your data. And then from after you have done with the training, you can just ask the trained model any questions based on your data. You can ask it to summarize. You can ask it to give you some idea based on the data, without worrying about your data might get exposed to some third party or your competitor. So you have to be careful. So Anaplan is one of it as well that can help you to, get this kind of, model to support the business. Yeah. So you can try to look into that. For example, one of this companies out there, right? They actually train a model with the Anaplan so that before they introduce products into some country, right? They actually use this Anaplan's model to do some, to understand whether they should produce a product in which country, in Malaysia, in Philippines, in Indonesia, or in any country. I mean, they just want to find out to manufacture the product in which country will be the best, because sometimes there will be some tariff issue, there will be some, regulation issue will make this manufacturing cost to be higher. So that's why with the Anaplan model, you can easily get this idea, before you actually decide to put your production line at which location, right? So this is one of the tools you can use, right, for the decision. But of course, the annual plan, it's again something that you have to pay as well, but a lot of feature is supported there. So if you want to find some alternative, right, to achieve the same ideal, you can also go with the Excel, with the Power BI, SAP Analytics Cloud, or even some tools from Oracle as well. Yeah, so it analyze the data and give you suggestions. So it not just analyze your data though, but it also will be pulling some information from the internet, some relevant information, like for example, the industrial regulations, some news as well, right? Information from the internet, and then combine together with your own data and give you suggestion. So when you're using this tool, you are actually just like training a personal analyst. You're training a personal analyst to do the analysis for you at any time, okay, based on the latest data and based on your own data as well. Yeah, you can try this out to help you with the decision. All right. So Aaron, if you have any question, please feel free to drop your question in the chat. Yeah. So we have Cosilla and the teams here. We'll be taking the questions. Yeah. So no worry. And so, of course, we have talked about the, productivity. We talk about the business decision, right? So now speaking about automation, right? So we want to do automation so that we can free out ourselves from everyday repetitive tasks. Yeah, so I know maybe a lot of you need to keep track of your customer, or maybe many of you were gonna send email to follow up the customer every day. So this is a very common task to be done like every day for most of the people. So if you want to do automation, so here are some tools I will suggest you, especially Zapier, right? The one that, I mean, we also mentioned this in the productivity as well, because Zapier is a tool that help you do automations by allowing you to connect a few software together. Yeah, so if you see from here, let me just show you the screen, yeah? Just a minute. If we talk about Zapier, okay, so this tool here, you know what? It allows you to integrate a lot of tools. For example, right, we have ChatGPT here, right? We can have ChatGPT to auto-generate something before we send it out to to the customer, right? We have Google Sheets here, we have Facebook Link Ads here, right? Salesforce, Gmail, Slack. You can even have like Mailchimp, Google Chat, Google Sheet, a lot. Okay? You can see that's a lot though, right? Trello, right? WhatsApp notification, huh? Right? You can have this, right? Connecting with, let's say, email, connecting to Google Docs, right? So basically, Zapier, it's a tool that help you to connect multiple software together so that you can form an automated pipeline of your work. Supposingly, you should do it like one by one, but now with the Zapier, you can connect, you can integrate all of them here together. So what I'm showing here, these are all the software supported on Zapier, right? Wix, even you have a Wix here as well. Google Tasks, you can even look more. So we have a lot over here. All right. So Telegram, Microsoft To Do, Microsoft Team, right? So see now with the Zapier, we can automate something like input the customer information into a CRM system. We can automate the email generation and send it to the customer every day to follow up. So that's Zapier. Or if you look at the diagram here, right? So this is the one that you can actually build in Zapier. So when someone fill up the forms over here, so we will let the information automatically be extracted and stored into the database, right? And when the lead submitted the forms, we will want to get notification email. So now we can have this one here to send us notification through the email when someone sign up or when someone fill up the forms, right? And then based on the information from the forms, we can even ask Zapier to help us interpret and read through the forms as well. And based on a certain value in the forms, whether we have this or that, see now we can even form branches so that different decision can be made here. If we go to this branch, so let's say, qualified, let's say, so we add this customer to the CRM, and then we draft the email and we send out the email to the customer. If the customer is, does not qualify, so we will add to CRM as not qualified and will not do anything after that. Okay, so we can easily come up with this kind of the workflow in Zapier without you even need to know about some programming stuff as well. No need to know about programming. Just plug and play, drag and drop. You'll get to form your workflows already. Yeah. So whenever someone fill up the forms, this workflow automatically it will be run. You'll be executed. But when no one fill up the form, so nothing will happen. So this is another tools that I want to introduce you as well, right? And another alternative, I mean, Zapier is good, but also it comes with the charges. Yeah, you can try to find out what are the packages you can go for. But if you don't want to go with the Zapier, so alternative, we have the Power Automate as well. So Power Automate, I believe that everyone heard about it before, yeah, Power Automate. So it can do the similar stuff as well. Yeah, but from my experience though, Zapier it's easier to use, okay? But it comes with some charges. Power Automate not as easier as Zapier, but it's also kind of good to use as well because in the Power Automate we can also do drag and drop, so we can achieve the same thing like what we can do with Zapier. It's just that a little bit more complex, but complex sometimes is good because it support more feature. Yeah, so if you're interested in Power Automate, you can also just let us know as well. Maybe in the future, we can make some webinar based on the Power Automate, or maybe you can attend our classes as well on the Power Automate. But these are for the automation, okay? Workflow automation. And so we have emails, and if you want to do something like, log call notes and summary, because nowadays we are doing a lot of Zoom meeting, online meeting with the customer, online meeting with the teams. So if we are gonna jot down the notes, manually, right, it would take times, right? So that's why if you look at some of the tools like Firefly, Author AI, or Gong.io, so these are the tools that will help you to record the notes automatically. So what you are communicating in the meeting, right? They will just note it down. They help you to do the reports. They help you do the summary. So this is an example here. Let me show you. Firefly AI. So when you are doing a video conferencing, it will help you to, it will recognize what you're trying to say, right? And jot it down. It can even tell you as well. So who say what, and you say what, and who else say what. So they just make not just taking the notes, but it also jot down as well. Who is the one saying this in the meeting just now? So automatically, because nowadays AI they can listen, right? They listen to you and they write it down for you, right? So this is the Fireflies AI that's also very very useful, okay, to help you automatically jot down the notes. Yeah. So you can have a look at these tools as well for different kind of the use cases. And lastly, I just want to show you one more things about data analysis, yeah? Because nowadays, like I mentioned, it must be a data-driven decisions for everything that we do in life. So here, these are different kind of analysis that we sometimes have to do, like descriptive analysis, if you want to know what happened. So we can use tools like, Power BI, Tableau, even Google Data Studio as well. There's some AI features in it. They will help you do the summary. They will help you do the analysis and forecast as well. No matter you want to do descriptive analysis to understand what happened, or diagnostic analysis to know why did it happen, or predictive analysis, what is likely to happen in the future, or you want to do prescriptive analysis. So what should we do? Exploratory analysis, what can we find out? So these are different kind of analysis where you can do it with Power BI. Okay, Power BI, Python optimization libraries, and TIBCO, right? If you heard about TIBCO before, right? So these are the tools, like even Azure ML as well. But Azure ML, it might require you to have some understanding on AI and some machine learning process as well, so that you can simply go to the Azure AI to train your own AI model to do analysis based on your own data. Okay, no matter you want to do sales forecasting, inventory management, or risk assessment. Yeah, so all of this kind of the analysis can now be done very easily with the Power BI, Tableau, right? Because like I mentioned, there's a lot of AI features in it as well. Yeah, so it can help you form some decomposition tree as well, making you summary, making you a tree to know the relationship between the data automatically without you need to tell them what to do. They will help you to analyze and put it into a nice graph, right, to show you the relationship between data. Yeah, and like I mentioned, you can even do forecasting as well. uh, so as long as your data is accurate, uh, their prediction, I will say, because from my past experience, I teaches a lot of Power BI classes as well, so the prediction is kind of nice as well. It's kind of accurate. As long as you can make sure that your data is accurate, it's enough, right? Then predictions wise, Power BI is really good. Yeah, you just need to know how to use it. All right. So as a summary of my sharing here, so AI just, always remember it's a program. As long as we train it with enough amount of data, right, we can easily just ask it to suggest us something, summarize something for us, show us something, and help us do something as well. Yeah. So I hope my sharing helps. All right. And again, if you have any question, please put your questions down in the chat. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's all about my sharing. Maybe I'll pass the floor back to Kosila.
Wow, that was wonderful and amazing insights, Miss Gabby. There was a lot of information to take in and a lot of new AI tools that I and along with the attendees probably have heard of as well. Because there were plenty of people in the chat box mentioning that they have not heard of Notebook LM. So I'm guessing the other AI tools that you have mentioned is probably something new for them as well. So I'm glad that they probably will take a lot of new information with them at the end of the webinar. So thank you for all your sharing, Miss Gabby, and thank you participants as well for listening. So I would just like to remind everyone about your attendance. Please do scan them. Don't forget to scan them. And okay. Uh, Lisa, can I have the attendance, please? Okay, all right. Make sure to scan and register before you go, okay? So while the rest of you are registering, we're going to start our Q&A session. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask, please do shoot it in the chat box and I will read it out to Miss Gabby so that you can answer it. Okay, the first question, Miss Gabby, what's your personal favorite AI chat tool?
For me, right, I will actually say ChatGPT though. Yeah, I prefer ChatGPT more, but yeah.
I see it's more of
Mm.
the general kind that has that's very versatile. You can do a lot of things with it. Okay, the
And also
next
they
one
have a lot
is
different kind of models for us to choose as well for different kind of the use cases. So yeah, I think I like ChatGPT more because of the various model selections over there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
that
see.
specialize in
Okay.
different things. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. The next question is regarding uploading document to ChatGPT, and the document will be used by GPT for simulation, etc. If we delete the uploaded document in the history after the chat, will the document still be used by ChatGPT for its database?
Still, yeah, as long as you have uploaded and immediately they're just gonna capture it already into their database in the backend. So even if you delete after that, still it's not gonna help them. Yeah, so better not to
Hmm,
upload the sensitive one to the
risky.
GPT. Risky,
Right,
yes.
right. Better to just be on the safe
Mm,
side, play it safe, right?
yeah,
Okay, so the
maybe.
next question.
Sorry,
Oh yeah,
Kosi.
sorry.
I would say instead of uploading the sensitive one, right? So, uh, I would suggest maybe you can just describe rather than upload it. Describe it, or maybe uh change the numbers to a fact one. Yeah. So before you do the upload, if it's
Mhm,
sensitive.
mhm. I see. Okay. All right. So I'll just take one last question. There are so many AI tools. Is there any central reference portal for all AI tools? That's a good question.
Not really, because nowadays the
Oh,
AI tools can be just developed by anyone and then just put it into the internet. So, not really. Even for me
I
as well,
see.
sometimes, yeah, nowadays the development is so fast, right? Rapid. So,
Mm-mm.
we really have to stay. Maybe you can for me, right? What I'll do is that I will follow some um in a social media, because nowadays we use Instagram and LinkedIn, right? You can follow some of the people who always update. Then from there we can get to know what are the latest two in the market now. Yeah. So,
I see. Okay, all right. So if the rest of you still have any more questions, maybe you can WhatsApp it to us at 012-641-2009, and maybe my team will forward the question to Miss Gabby and have you get the question answered. Okay, so right, thank you, Miss Gabby, for answering all the questions. Thank you so much for attending the webinar. That's a wrap. Thank you so much for being here and for listening to all the talks. That's it from us. Until next time, take care and be safe. Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you, Miss Gabby, as well, for your wonderful explanations and sharings. It was very interesting.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you,
thanks,
everyone.
Wasila. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.